everybody, and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a tarot pick-a pile reading with spirit messages about your love life. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, and I really just felt compelled to do so. So spirit must have some messages out there for you guys. This is for people that are with partners, people that don't have any partners at the moment. Whatever just happens to come through, whatever spirit feels like it needs to say to us today. So that's what we're going to do. If you're unfamiliar with pick-a-pile readings, basically how they work is there are different piles for you to choose from. We have 3 different piles here. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. And usually to help you choose, we usually have some sort of object associated with each one. We have hearts today. We have the shine heart, we have the rainbow heart, and we have the love heart. And what you do is you go with your gut instinct, and whichever one is drawing you in the most, either by number or by symbol, that's the one you go to, and you go ahead and go to that pile and you watch that reading. It is possible to be drawn to more than one pile, and if that is the case, it's okay to watch more than one. There could be messages in each pile for you, even if the full message isn't for you. That sometimes happens. So we're going to give you a moment or so here in a moment to reflect on these piles, and then when you make the decision as to which one you'd like to see, there will be timestamps in the description that you can go directly to your pile when you're ready to do so. I would like to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, who has left a link to the channel on their social media accounts so that their friends and family can check us out. And for those of you who leave us thumbs up and comments on the videos that you watch, those are all very important to the channel, and they do help us grow. And I would like to ask you all to do those things again. And if you've subscribed, that's awesome. Thank you. And if you haven't, I welcome you to do so as well today. It is free to do so, so, there's nothing there. If you hit the bell icon, you can be notified of future videos when we put those out as well. All right, guys, we're going to give you a time to reflect, and then we'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the shine heart. All right, so these are messages from Spirit about your love life. This could be anything that will come through from Spirit, anything that they would like to tell you about your love life or help direct you in your love life. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come through today. Like I said, I haven't done a love reading in a while, and this one seems exciting to me, so I'm looking forward to it. We'll be looking at our tarot cards, but we also have our charms and our oracle spheres that we're going to be looking at as well. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to, because we will be doing that later on in the reading. Okay? All right, so let's get a look here and see what cards we have. We have the 9 of Cups, the Justice card, the 10 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Hermit, the 2 of Pentacles, interesting, the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, we have 27 letter, we have Fidelity, and Misfortune. Okay, these help me figure out some of what I was seeing earlier. Okay, yeah, definitely. All right, give me just a moment here, and we're going to discuss the first thing that came through after I had all the cards out. Okay, this may not be for everybody watching the reading. And if it doesn't resonate with you, you might stick with reading a little bit longer if you felt like you need to watch this pile, because there may be some other messages for you. But right now, and I do think a lot of you watching this reading, this will resonate with you. I feel like quite a few of you have lost somebody significant to you, probably due to death, to be quite honest. These cards are kind of giving me that specific information that it may have been a while back. It may not be real recent. Maybe in 6 months, a year, 2 years. It's possible it's not been in the last month or two. Matter of fact, more than likely, it hasn't been very quickly. It's probably been at least 6 months ago. But first of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry. I can feel the pain involved, and I just know that if that happened to me, how devastated I would be and how I would feel. And so it's kind of an overwhelming filming, actually, but I just wanted to tell you how much I am there with you. Okay, I'm with you. I feel for you. I'm very, very, very sorry that you had to deal with that. Okay, so that's the first thing we needed to get out, is that quite a few of you guys, and the reason why you're watching this reading might be that you're starting to feel a little bit more on being able to move on from that a little bit, and maybe start working on partnerships and romantic relationships, or maybe you're being offered some romantic relationship and you're trying to see if it's the right time, or other things like that, because the Two of Pentacles kind of it's usually an unbalanced energy, but this Two of Pentacles is not. And what I usually see with this card in a lot of ways is decisions, or deciding whether to go one way or the other, and work that out. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that maybe you guys are being offered a relationship that's maybe kind of coming on the horizon, or you're trying to decide if it's time to go out and put yourself out there again after this. Okay, so that's kind of the energies I'm getting for you guys. And we're going to take a look here and kind of see where we're heading with the rest of these cards here. I do feel like you have had some fulfilling relationships in your life. Maybe even more than one. It's possible you've had, a couple of different relationships that have truly fulfilled you. And you're wondering if you can even have that again, or if that's even something. Also, for those of you who have not lost somebody and did stick around with us, I do feel like you might be in a rewarding relationship. Or if you're not in a relationship, that you have had some rewarding relationships. But I also kind of see that a rewarding relationship can be on the horizon as well. Okay? So not just the past. We're not looking just at the past, although this reading has a lot of past in it, which is interesting. 5 of Wands here. The 5s are a change energy. Okay? They're kind of a learning energy a little bit, in that usually the 5s denote, especially the 5 of Wands, it's denoting practicing. It's these are young witches on this card. They're learning their craft. They might make mistakes. They might have some issues, but they're learning. Okay. And it's a young, youthful energy, but it's also very much a change energy. And the Wands cards deal with our passions, okay, and things that we're passionate about. You notice how this reading does not have any of the Cups cards in it other than the Ten of Cups, okay, which that's the card we usually associate very much with, romance, family, our emotions, our relationships, and those kinds of things. It's very, very cool that the Ten of Cups has shown up here. Okay. I really like this particular Ten of Cups card because it's showing the family here together. They're being rained on, but there's this beautiful rainbow up over them, and they're being protected from the rain. So they see all these beautiful, they see what nature has to offer them. That even when rain happens, even when, things happen that are kind of rough or whatever, there's always something there that is special about it, or helpful, or useful, or I'm trying to think of the right word I want to use. Whenever you think of a rainbow, to me that symbolizes so much of what's right with the world. Like, you've had all this rain. Rain nurtures. We think of rain a lot of times as bad things. We talk about rain like, oh, it's a rainy day, or, oh, don't rain on my parade. We had all this rain. And a lot of people see it as kind of a bad connotation, or they use it in bad connotations a lot of times. And a lot of times it's just because if you get too wet, it can, sometimes wear down your immune system. Rain can sometimes be very cold and very difficult to deal with. It's hard to see in the rain. There's a lot of things about rain that can be kind of difficult for humans, but it's also extremely important for us as well because it helps crops grow. It does a lot of beautiful things. We need water to survive, so we need water around us, so we need the rain to help provide that for us. And so when it rains and then the sun starts to peek out and shine out and we get these beautiful rainbows involved, to me that just shows, yeah, okay, you have to go through some of these things over here, some stuff that's uncomfortable, stuff that's difficult, stuff that's hard to deal with, but then things are going to come along and nature's going to show you all of its beauty, all of its glory, and how even the things that you might look on as not being the greatest in the world have wonderful qualities to them and can create such beautiful, wonderful things such as rainbows. Okay, that's kind of a long explanation there, but what I get from this and what I see from that is there is a lot of rainbow kind of energy coming up into your future. There's a lot of that, okay, look at how beautiful life can be. Kind of energy, which is very exciting, and I really think that that's awesome. You see with the Seven of Pentacles here, all that rain and other stuff, she's finally able to harvest her pentacles and her grapes and truly enjoy life and other things. And so I feel like that's kind of the energy you guys are at. You guys have had a lot of learning going on, a lot of things that you learned about yourself a lot. You learned about how you are in relationships. You learned about what relationships can be like. And I think by you doing that, by you guys having this kind of experience that you've gone through in your life, you're now able to go on and move forward in a newer energy again, a kind of a change up kind of energy. And kind of get out of maybe the mode you've been in for a while. You do have the Nine of Cups cards here, and this is a beautiful Nine of Cups. This one's full of all kinds of beautiful fruit and flowers and other things. And some Nine of Cups cards are not necessarily filled that way. And of course, the Seven of Cups, this reminds me of the Seven of Cups cards a lot. Because usually the cups are filled with some good and bad things. But usually with the Nine of Cups, the idea is it's got that completion energy. And you notice how you had the 9 and the 10. I guess when I mentioned earlier, I just said the 10. But you have the 9 and the 10. And what's great about that is it's that completion energy. It's that getting towards the final beautifulness. Doesn't mean you're not going to keep growing, keep getting better, keep getting new things. It's not like that. What I mean by that is that the journey that you've been on to deal with the loss or deal with your life up to this point, and making your crossroads. The journey you've been making up to this point has been kind of a long road. It's been kind of a, and now you're ready for a change. You're ready for things to be different. And the Nine and Ten of Cups shows you the way. It's Spirit showing you that you're now ending that journey, that part of your journey is now coming to an end. And you're able to reach that ultimate fulfillment and happiness. Okay, so that's kind of the energy that we're getting here. We do have the Page of Wands, which goes along really well with the Five of Wands card. Remember, this is about spirit messages about your love life. This is also, the Wands cards are your spiritual relationship, but it's also your passions, things that you're passionate about. So very much so in a love reading with the page here, I think of pages as being new and fresh and idealistic. And so I do see maybe some new, fresh, romantic feelings coming from you guys. I do feel like you're on the road for that. Now, for those of you that are already in a relationship, what I see here is a very balanced, between the Two of Pentacles and the Justice card, I see a very balanced relationship. I feel like you're in a relationship where you're partners, you are true partners, you each help make decisions, you each have your thing, you kind of complete each other, you do really well. So the relationship that you're in, for those of you that are in relationships, I really get this strong feeling that this is kind of your life partner, that this is the person that will stick with you through thick and thin. This is the person that's been able to be with you through any kind of hardships or other things that you've been dealing with. This is the person that, is your true life partner, if not your soulmate. Okay, so that's kind of the feelings I'm getting for those of you that are in a relationship. So I know a lot of the reading has been about people that don't have a relationship or just maybe starting out in one, but that is the specific messages I'm getting for those of you that are in a relationship. So if you were wondering, because I think we all do that, where we're with somebody and you're like, oh, and things get hard sometimes or other things, and you're like, I really hope I picked right, or this is the right person, or there isn't somebody else out there better for me. Because sometimes even when we're in a really, really good relationship, we don't always know whether it is that good. It's not, even when we know there's good things, even when we see good things, we're not always really sure that that is the lasting one. I think some of us have a tendency, and so for those of you that are watching this one, this might be the case for you guys, that you might have a tendency to go, well, I'm happy, I like my relationship. There's some things that aren't real great, or sometimes, I have to deal with this and that, and I don't like it and all that. But for the most part, things are working out. We're really good. I'm happy. But you're like, is it going to stay that way? Is something going to happen? Are they going to leave me? Are they going to fall out of love with me? Do they really love me as much as I hope they do? We start thinking these things. We start going through these scenarios of what could happen in the future. And we start wondering about it. Is this going to last forever? Are they truly going to love me even when I get older or heavier or wrinklier or, whatever. And I think we get that energy sometimes in our head, and we wonder, are they the person who's going to be with us? Are they the one who's, going to be close to us? And I think sometimes you guys might have a tendency to do that. So this is just Spirit telling you that this is a very good relationship. It's a very tight, solid relationship. It's a wonderful one, and that you can just keep working on it. It can just keep getting better and better if you're willing to put in the energy into it. There is one other card we haven't talked about yet, and that's the number 27 letter. First of all, 27 might mean something specifically to some of you. If that number is resonating with you in any way, shape, or form, you should go out and out to the internet and type in angel number 27 or number 27 meaning and find out what the meaning is, because it might be a specific message from Spirit if that's the case. I don't always say that with these cards, but in this case, I felt like that was true. You also have the letter message, and letter usually means that there's some sort of message or document or some kind of update, some kind of contract, some kind of information that might be coming to you in the near future. This could be lots of different forms, okay? This could be legal documents like marriage certificates or death certificates or wills or other things like that, or other types of documents in that form. It could be information coming to you in lots of different forms about your relationship in some way. It could be somebody mentioning something to you. It could be your love person writing to you and telling you something important, or writing you a love letter, or sending you something over the internet that's saying something to you. So basically, there's some sort of document, letter, message, something coming to you guys in relation to your relationship in some way, shape, or form. It could just be the number 27 when you look that up. It could just be the angels trying to give you some sort of message about it. That could be. So I'm going to let you guys deal with that and figure out what it could be, because it's in all different forms for you guys. It's in lots of different forms that go in there. I do want to go ahead and go on to our charms to see if there's any other messages Spirit might have for you, or advice, or other things going on there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so let's dig into those. See what other messages Spirit might have about your love life or other things. Well, first of all, with the feather, come right out. They're saying they're with you. They're going to be here with you. They're going to work with you. Wow, we have Taurus, Capricorn, and Gemini. Taurus, Capricorn, and Gemini. That's interesting. What I'm getting with that is that could be, for those of you who aren't in a relationship and might be getting ready to be in one, somebody with a lot of that energy might be coming into your sphere of orbit. Or that could be you. Could be symbolizing of you in some... Oh, I like these. We don't have a lot of charms here, which is interesting, but but yeah, I just want you to kind of look into that. Also with Gemini, for some reason with Gemini, what I got with that was the coming together. It has to do with that soulmate relationship I was telling you about earlier. Gemini symbolizes the twins, and Gemini means a lot of different things, but what I kind of got from it, from this particular reading, when it showed up, one of the things that kind of just came to my head was that soulmate, that connection, that two, that almost being part of one, like twins kind of represent. So that's just kind of confirming that. With the Taurus and the Capricorn energies, once again, they're pentacle energies, and you did have a couple of other pentacles here. So I think your love relationship might do very well as far as your finances go. Pentacles aren't just on finances, it's on your health and a lot of other earthly matters too, but I just kind of had that with the other pentacles too, just kind of with those kind of together. I just wanted you to think that your love life as it's evolving could be beneficial to you financially as well, okay? So I just kind of wanted to mention that. We do have a 10 of Pentacles, which I love. Once again, it's another 10, it's another completion, but the 10 of Pentacles is such a beautiful card. It's kind of like the 10 of Cups. This means emotionally and financially things should be going very well for you. But also, since this is a love reading and this is a 10, and I was talking about the Pentacles here, the pentacles deal with our earthly desires in a lot of ways, or things that are earthly matters. Okay, they do deal with money and finances and business and things, but they also deal with our body and health and all of that kind of stuff. So in a romance reading, the 10 would to me just show ultimate happiness in love. So that's really awesome. I really love that. We do have the 6 of Spades here, and we had it earlier on your letter card as well. And then I almost talked about it, and then I kind of forgot about it and went on. So I'll go ahead and talk about it now since you got it twice. Well, this is the 5. I don't know why I said 6. My goodness, my brain today. This is really good energy because we have the 5 and the 6. The 5, once again, denotes change, as we were talking about earlier. And the 5 of Spades often represents a winning at a cost, or being in a battle but coming out victorious. But it's also got that energy of what we were talking about earlier as far as learning things. As far as, okay, I'm embarking on something a little bit different. I'm going to have to see how this goes. I may not be super confident in it yet. There's going to be things that are going to, come up that's going to be unexpected. I'm going to have to find my way through them. Okay? That's the energy I'm getting from these 5s today. But then we also had the 6 of Swords, which the 6s are great because the 6s are after it's all said and done, and now we're going on to new things, new better things. I've learned what I needed to learn. I'm now able to move on. Okay, the 6s are a much better energy than the 5s in a lot of ways. The 5s, like I said, do denote change, and that it can be a little scary for people. People don't like change a lot of times. But it's also that newness. It's also that, things coming up that, are different and exciting in their own way. Okay, we do have being brave and believe. Okay, I do think you are very brave souls, by the way. I do think you are very brave people. We do have the bulldog, which goes along with that. What I think of when I think of the bulldog and bravery is I think of holding on. Go ahead and feel like you can do whatever it is that you're thinking about. But holding on is I don't know if that'll strike any of you guys a certain way, but that's the words that come to mind when I see this. Hold on, okay? And then we also have the believe, which, believe in yourself, believe in the universe, believe that things are going to work out for the better and everything's okay. We also have the butterfly change energy as well, which goes along with the 5s that we were talking about. But they're also along with the rainbow as well, because butterflies have that kind of energy involved with them. When we think of wonderful nature and spirit and freedom and transformation and all of these wonderful, beautiful things when we see butterflies. So that's kind of the energy we're getting here, is that you guys are undergoing a change. You guys are kind of coming out of a certain type of cocoon you've been in, and you're working towards something bigger and better. Okay, so that's kind of the energies we're getting there. So we can go ahead and go on to our oracle spheres and get an answer to your question. All right, how this works, for those of you who've never done it, is you ask a yes or no type of question. Basically a question that needs some sort of yes or no type of answer. Things like yes, no, maybe, probable, not likely, very likely, things like that. Those are the kind of answers we get with this, okay? Then we have 4 different stands to choose from. We have gold, green, purple, and blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You pick which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. And that hopefully will be a little bit more specific to you and help you figure out something. The question does not have to be about your love life, but a lot of people might be thinking of a question along those lines, since that's what the reading's about. So we'll go from there on that. Other people have found other ways to utilize these, so if you have done that, you're more than welcome to do that as well. whatever resonates best with you and whatever you'd like to do. All right, so we have our gold one. Let's find out what the answer is for that. It is a no. Green is a maybe. Purple is also a maybe. And then the blue is a very likely. So we have a no, a maybe, and a very likely with gold, green, purple, and blue. So gold is no, green is maybe, purple is maybe, and blue is very likely. Wow, so those are answers today for you guys. I hope those were useful to you. Whew, wow, this reading was something else, guys. I really hope there was some messages there that would be useful to you and that you would really appreciate. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Give the video a thumbs up if you felt it warranted it. Leave me comments in the comments section, and also share the channel with your friends and family. If you could leave a link to the channel on your social media accounts, that would help the channel grow and help us out so much, and we would appreciate it very, very much. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of different topics. So if there's anything out there that you guys might be interested in looking at, please check that out as well. We do put out videos every week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos. May the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Remember, this is messages from Spirit about your love life, so it could be on anything at all. You guys are the ones that chose the rainbow heart here, so we're going to put that off to the side. We do have our tarot cards and stuff we're going to be looking at, but we also have our charms we're going to do later on. So we're going to be looking at those. And we also have our oracle spheres. So basically, you can be thinking of a yes or no question you'd like to get an answer to as well, and we will be doing that. So let's just get right to it. Let's see what Spirit has to say to us today, and what messages they would like to put out to us. We have the Nine of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. We have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the number 29 Lady, Widower, and Visit. Okay. This is interesting. All right, the energy I'm getting here is you guys in this group particularly have been putting out into the universe that you would like to find that love, to find that long lost love, that you were wondering when it's ever going to come to you. You're wondering, if it's ever going to happen. You've been very worried and very concerned. The Nine of Wands is kind of showing that. The Eight of Wands is showing you putting these kind of intentions out into the universe. You're shooting out these sparks of, I would really like to have somebody that I can be with. I would really like, to have that person. You've been putting that out there. But and then also the Nine of Swords is showing that you're just afraid it's never going to happen for you. You're just wondering when it's going to happen. You've been, kind of forlorn. The Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles here are showing that as well. You notice how, the Five of Cups, she's sitting there, she's looking at the spilled cup. She's not noticing these. She's looking out. She's just wondering, when is this going to happen for me? When is this, emotional kind of thing going to happen? And then we also have the Seven, and you notice how she looks kind of proud of herself and happy, but she's also kind of looking at it like she's wistful, like she's, she's proud of what she's been able to grow and what she's been able to do. And the Seven of Pentacles is great for that energy, but she's also almost, I get the feeling from her, like what kind of came to me when I saw the picture is, now I wish I had somebody to share it with. Okay, that's the images I'm getting here for you guys. Is that loneliness, that wondering when something's going to happen, and even this is intriguing to me though. I really like this little spread right here. We have the widower and the lady, which is great because I see the two together in that there's somebody that somebody's going to come into his life here, and so I don't necessarily think that most of you guys are widowers or anything like that, or widows, or I've lost somebody from that point of view. I think this is more of a symbolism of there's somebody who doesn't have anybody, they're all alone, and then somebody that comes along and can be there for them. And that's the symbol I'm getting here, is that I really feel like the person that you're hoping for and that you want is available and can be there for you. The lady card does represent changes, and so do the 5s and the 7s. So I do think your life is going to change up some, especially in the romantic department. Because, in a reading for a man, if you guys are, identify as male in any way, this actually means a wife or a lover or girlfriend, or in that kind of instance. And if you're not, it could just symbolize yourself, but then once again I would get this symbol that you would have somebody coming into your life. Okay, so I really feel like you guys do have this opportunity for somebody to come along and be part of your life. You've been putting these intentions out into the universe, and I think the universe is trying to tell you a couple of things. First of all, if you guys have never studied law of attraction or know anything about it, you need to be careful of looking at the negative or looking at what you don't have rather than what you do have or what's possible, because that sometimes will block or slow up getting what you really want and what is coming to you. Okay, so first of all, this energy of being worried that it's never going to come, or wondering when it's going to get here, or being forlorn, or those other types of energies that I see here, you need to do your best not to stay in those energies as much as you can. You need to be in the things are working out for me mode. Things are coming. The universe is bringing things to me that I've been wanting and asking for. You do have the Knight and the King of Wands, as well as the 8, which is showing your intentions that you're shooting out there. The Knight and the King are great. The Knights are the ones who do bring us back things. The Knights are also the ones who go out and they're the ones who get things done. They're the ones who go out and fight the battles. They're the ones who bring back the spoils of war. They're the ones who do the errands for the king. They're the ones who do all these things. So the Knight of Wands energy, they're the hero. They're, all these kind of people. And so I see with that and the King of Wands, between the two of them, I see that person coming into your life. I see that as symbolizing that person, that free spirit, that person that's full of vision, that person that's going to be strong and steadfast for you. They're also very courageous and bold and daring and full of optimism and those kinds of energies. I feel like, that's what that's symbolizing for you, is that they are coming to you. And these show that as well. And also what I got with the visit card here, you notice how this is kind of the old-fashioned, somebody coming to visit. Back in the day, people would come to visit relatives and stay for a week, 2 months, couple months, because it was hard to get around and kind of expensive and kind of difficult. But what would happen is people that were in middle class or upper middle class societies would often take a friend's child with them on their travels, because they would help them meet new people, maybe give them a coming out party or do something like that so that they could uh, maybe get a marriage prospect, because maybe they weren't, a lot of marriage prospects from where they came from or where they were at, and this is their way of maybe meeting some other people and maybe somebody that they could correspond with or whatever and fall in love with and maybe get married in the future. That was kind of the intention a lot of times. And so that's what I feel like with this card here, is that that person might be coming into your life relatively soon. You might meet them through a friend or a family member or something like that, because that might be indicative of that. But that's just the other card that's showing me that that person is definitely on their way to you. That person is definitely coming. I do think your friends might be really important here. We do have the Three of Pentacles, and a lot of times our friends are very helpful and very useful in getting things accomplished for us. So I do think relying on your friends for this or to help you out in the romantic department might be something really, really good. I almost hear some of you saying, yeah, what friends, or I'm not that close to people or whatever, but I don't think that's entirely true. Maybe you don't have a lot of people you hang out with, or maybe there's, not a close-knit group like, really close friends like that. But I do feel like you do have people that you're friendly with and that like you and that you talk to and whatever, and that those people can help you with this, and that they might know somebody who would be interested in dating you, or they might meet somebody and then introduce them to you, or you might meet them through your friends. Without even them really realizing that that's what's happening. Because the universe has a really cool way of working things out. I really like the way things happen sometimes. There was a time that somebody I know happened to meet somebody through their friend. They knew somebody who had some friends. They met those friends and they started hanging out with them a little, not a lot, just doing a little bit here and there, just spending a little time with them, when they happened to see them. It wasn't very often. But then they had a friend that they met up with, and they became very close. And it was kind of it's not somebody they probably would have met normally. It's not somebody they probably would have thought of being with or anything else. But all of a sudden, through the way the universe works, through a friend, they met this other person. And it was kind of a chance meeting. And then they met this person and they talked to him and knew him a little bit, but didn't really think much of him or have a lot to do with him, because he didn't really see him that much or even, spend a lot of time with him. But then they met up with him another time on their own, just by chance again. And then they were able to start talking and they got together, and there you go. So it's just one of those things that you just never know when the universe is going to bring people into your life that are important to you, or how they're going to go about doing it. So this is exciting for you guys, because I see a lot of really cool ways you guys are going to meet the people that are going to be important for you. Even the Hanged Man kind of shows that for me, because look at this. This person's in kind of a predicament. They're hanging, by their broom. They're kind of chained up. They're like, okay, I'm stuck here. And I'm meditating, I'm doing whatever. But they're kind of in a predicament. And they're kind of even out in the field. I mean, how is somebody going to sit there and find them? But yet, you get the idea that somebody's going to come along and find them and help them out of this predicament, and then there they're going to be, and they're going to, meet somebody. And the universe is like that. The universe is going to find very cool, unique ways to have you meet the person that is right for you and that you guys can get together with. Okay, I have focused this whole reading on people that are not with somebody, because that's what Spirit had me do. I don't really have any messages in this particular reading for anybody who is with somebody. So I guess this pile was not meant for you specifically if you were drawn to this pile. I just now realized that there wasn't any messages for somebody who was already in a relationship. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and go on to our charms and see what other messages we might have. Okay. So let's take a look at our charms and see if Spirit has anything else to tell us about your love life or what you might do or how you might help this along. Mostly what the energy I'm getting here, and this is very important, okay? The energy I'm getting is just relax. Just relax, go with the flow, do your daily routine, do whatever feels right. If you get the urge to, go get an ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning, go get an ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. If, but just kind of go with things. Just go with the flow. Just let things happen. Let things unfold the way they're going to do. Don't worry about anything. Just go about your daily routine and then watch it happen. Okay, this is exciting. Very interesting. Okay. Lots of cool things going on here. Wow. Okay, we do have the skull and crossbones. I do think this is important. You can hinder this from happening if you dwell too much on it or if you focus on the negative. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but I just really feel like I need to reiterate this, that you cannot dwell on the negative or the lack of or what you don't have, because that will make it harder for the universe to attract to you the kind of things they need to do. We also have to live in the moment, which is what I was just talking about just enjoying your life as it is right now, just kind of going along, just seeing what's going to happen, just, do things and then let the universe do its thing, okay? So those are very important messages there. We've also got the car, which I see that as movement. I see that as moving on, as, making a journey. So I do feel like there will be movement on this front relatively soon. We do have the heart cake here, which is kind of nice because that just shows, to me, that just symbolizes, a heart on top of cake. Cake is kind of a celebratory birth kind of thing. It's a, celebration of life kind of thing. And so, when you think of cake, people do that for birthdays and other stuff. So when you think of the heart on top, it just shows kind of that love connection that should be coming to you with that. So I really like that. Let's take a look at these cards real quick. Ooh, let's see what they are. We have the Page of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts, the King of Spades, and then the Five of Clubs. Okay, so what I get with these face cards here, the Kings and Queens and Jacks here, is, first of all, I get the energy of definitely somebody coming to you, definitely somebody that you really want, your partner, these represent all of that. But also the King of Spades, I see that as clarity. I see that as seeing things from a new light, a new perspective, which the Hangman also symbolized as well. So I think by changing up your thought on things or seeing things from a different perspective will help you in this. And that makes perfect sense, because that makes sense with what we were talking about being in the lack of energy or dwelling on energy rather than living in the moment, seeing what's going to happen, manifesting things as they come along, energy. And so by changing up how you're thinking about things, by changing up how you're doing things, that should help things along really well too, by getting that new clarity. So that makes sense here with the reading, the way it's going. The Five of Clubs, the fives does represent a change, which is great, because I think that's kind of what you guys are looking for, and what you're looking towards. So that's just kind of showing that. We do have some other beautiful things here. We have the Moon Star and the Shooting Star and the Star Kitty. And what I get with all of that energy here is that what you're wishing for is going to come to you, because you think of wishing upon stars. You think of shooting stars and wishing upon those, okay? We do have the perfume bottle, which is once again something I think of about as far as going out on dates or sprucing ourselves up or being attractive to the opposite sex or the same sex, however you guys want to do that, but being attractive to who we want to attract to us. A lot of times we'll doll ourselves up for that purpose, and so that's kind of the energy I'm getting, is that that energy is coming to you, that you're going to be able to do that. We also have a pearl here in a shell, and that's rare. That's kind of a rarity, but it's also a beautiful thing. And what I see with that is, getting that pearl, getting that special thing, whatever. So I see that as, being that's what you're going to get. We also have the V. I think of victory when I think of that, but it could be, stand for victor, could stand for, something else. You might think of something else when you see a V, but, that's kind of what I see there. And then we also have the musical symbol, which I often think of as harmony, or reason to celebrate, or, dancing, doing other things like that. So I do, see that as being part of your future. So yeah, that's like exciting. This is really exciting, you guys. All right, let's take a look at our oracle spheres. Now is your time to ask your question that you'd like to get an answer to. All right, if you're unfamiliar with how this works, you ask a yes or no type of question. A question that has an answer that's kind of a, maybe, no, probably, yes, whatever, those kinds of answers. And then we will get our answers. But what we have is purple, blue, gold, and green, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You pick which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. Other people have utilized these in other ways, and if you come up with other creative ways to use these as well, I welcome that, and find that useful if you can do that. So let's go through and get our answers. Number 1, purple, is a yes. Number 2, blue, is a or not likely, sorry. Number 3, gold, is a very likely. And a number 4, green, is a maybe. All right, so number 1, purple, is a yes. Blue is a not likely. Gold is a very likely. And a green is a maybe. Okay, wow, I hope you guys had some messages that were useful. I'm really looking forward to hearing about how this plays out for you guys. I hope it all works out for you all. This is so exciting to me. I find it awesome. I love the energy involved in this reading today. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up and leave me comments in the comments section. I do read them all and I appreciate them very much. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos when they come out. Also, share a link to this channel with your friends and family so that they can get a chance to check us out as well. We have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of different topics that might be useful to a wide range of people. So if you could do that for us, that would be you just would not believe how happy that makes me. The channel has been growing very steadily over the last month or so, and we're very, very appreciative of that. It's all due to your guys' efforts, and we just wanted to say thanks. Okay, we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the love heart, put that off to the side there. We've got our tarot cards we're going to be looking at. Remember, this is messages from Spirit about your love life. It could be anything that Spirit wants to throw out there, anything it wants to tell you, anything that they think is important. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes through. We do have our tarot cards we're going to look at. We also have our charms, which we're going to do, and our oracle spheres. So you could be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to, and we'll be doing that. But let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. The Knight of Wands. Oh, more beautiful. The Six of Swords. Okay. Yep. The Strength card. The Wheel of Fortune. The King of Cups. Oh my goodness. The Lovers. The World card. Oh wow, you guys. Man. Fortune. And Unexpected Joy. Wow, you guys. Woo. this is so overwhelmingly, powerfully happy that I almost don't even know where to start. Oh my, wow. Okay. Whew. You guys. Wow. Okay. First of all, I have not had a lot of messages for people that are already in relationships. But I do want to say, for those of you that are in a relationship, I think it's just going to go up to the next level. Okay? I feel like, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you've just been dating, or maybe it's gotten a little farther along, but maybe there's not been a commitment, a lifelong commitment or something like that. But I do feel like it's going to go up another level, another notch, possibly all the way up to the commitment lifetime level. I think you can be very happy with the person that you're with. I do think that the relationship can go on and be much stronger than it already is. I do think you guys might have had some turbulence and some problems, which all relationships go through. Even if you guys get married or don't get married but become life partners, you're still going to have rocky times and stuff. That's just the way it is. It's the way relationships are. There's no getting around it. Okay? But a lot of times those loving relationships can go stronger because of those things. And they can grow deeper and happier and much more, better in the long run. They get stronger. There's certain types of material that actually get stronger over time as it cures. Matter of fact, there's a lot of materials that do that. One of the things that happens with concrete, it starts out kind of sludgy and liquidy, and then it hardens, but it's not real strong yet. It hardens, but it's easy to break, it's easy to chip, it's easy to do a lot with, and as the days go by, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger and gets a little tougher, a little harder. A good relationship's like that. A good relationship will get stronger as time goes on. Even if it has some wear and tear, some roughness, some other stuff, it will get stronger. Okay? There's a lot of materials out there that do that kind of thing. Concrete was just the first thing that kind of came to my mind. And good relationships will do that as well. And so I feel like whatever stage you're at in this relationship, it's only going to get stronger over time. It's only going to get better over time. I do think it could move up to the next level. There might even be a commitment involved here that you guys might not have had in the past. Or if you guys have committed to each other and you're in this long-lasting relationship, I do think some good fortunate events are going to happen for you guys. Some unexpected joy. Maybe some money coming your way, a new job, a new house, maybe some children, some unexpected happiness might befall your relationship or in your life due to some of these cards here. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you guys that are in relationships. This is the first reading that really had a lot of strong messages for you guys. So hopefully most of you guys in relationships will pick this file instead of the others. But that's really what I feel for you guys. Now, there is a little bit of messages here for those of you who are not in a relationship yet or don't have one. I do feel like, see, this one's very, very strong for the people that are already in relationships of some sort. So there's not a lot to say for those of you who are not in a relationship or who don't have one. I do think when you do get into one, it should move along quite well and become stronger and better over time. I do see that for you guys if you get into a relationship. You do have the Wheel of Fortune, which means, your fortunes could change if you're not in a relationship. You could be, get into one kind of thing. But this reading is very, very, very strong for those people that are already in some sort of relationship. All the way from early dating stages all the way to, being in a committed relationship. I just feel like things are just going to get stronger and better and more intense for you guys. So I keep hearing move up a level move up one thing. So for those of you who are in a relationship and it's kind of brand new and you weren't sure what was going to happen or what was, I do feel some joy coming from the relationship. Like I said, the moving up a level, the, going out. I do think a lot of you might be in very early relationships. I get that with the kind of the Ace of Pentacles over there. But I do really feel like monetarily as well, that this relationship that you guys should be in should be pretty fortunate for you guys. And I think you guys will strengthen each other financially over time. That because you're together, your finances should do better. And I don't know if it's because you're going to encourage each other and be able to help each other make more money, or if you guys are going to form a partnership that will, help create more money, or I'm not sure how that's going to happen for you guys, but I do see money and affluence and abundance coming your way, mostly due to the partnership or partly due to the partnership, or that it's going to happen in the partnership that you're in, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you guys. Like I said, there's not a lot of messages for those of you that are not in a relationship at the moment. The other two readings might be useful for you, by the way, because they had lots of readings for you guys. So if you felt compelled to watch a different pile, I would do that. But for the couple of you that might have been drawn to this pile and you weren't in a relationship, I do feel like you are on your way towards somebody new. The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands are kind of showing that for me. And the Man card is, showing that that person might manifest into your life and head there. So I do feel like for those of you who felt like watching this pile, that you might be heading towards somebody. Not that they're heading towards you, but that you might be heading towards them. And that when you get in that relationship, it should be a pretty good one. It should be a very happy one. It should grow stronger over time. You should feel very fortunate in it and very happy when you're in it. Kind of attitude. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting for those of you who are not in a relationship. Okay. Like I said, I don't feel like there should be a lot of you watching this pile, because this is mostly for you guys that are already in one. Just so much of abundance and happiness. Look at this. We got the King of Cups. We've got the cat catching fish. I just see all this wonderful abundance, this cornucopia, this happiness, this cheerfulness, growing stronger. Like I said, I keep thinking growing stronger. Like it keeps, this carefree. Look, she's on the beach. She's got the world. She's happy. She's got, her drinks. She's throwing her hat in the air. She's got her feet in the water. I mean, she's just happy and relaxed and, just has everything that she would really want. And that's really kind of the way I feel about this relationship. And like I said, it keeps coming to me next level, next level, next level. So for those of you who wanted a commitment, who don't have one yet, it should be coming. For those of you who have just started out and it's new and it's fresh and it's exciting, it should move on to being a little bit more serious, a little bit more intense, and keep going. For those of you who are in a lasting committed relationship, I do feel like you're just going to grow stronger and happier, and things should start working out pretty well for you guys, if they haven't been so far, as time goes on. So that's kind of the messages I'm kind of getting for you guys. That's the energy that's flowing through here, and so I'm just going to kind of leave it at that, because that's just too exciting on its own and doesn't really need much else to say on that. Let's go ahead and move on to your charms, and let's see what other messages might be coming through here, or if there's just some more stuff just to kind of let you guys know it's all good. All right, let's go on to our charm. All right. I want to get the right ones here. I want to feel them. Okay, what do we got? Well, I love the purple llama. The purple llama to me just shows fun, carefree, joyous kind of stuff. And the Mickey hands do too. So that's really cool. I really like that. We've got the lion again. We got the Leo, which shows the strength. And all that. So that's exciting. We also have Virgo, which is really good for earthly matters. And so once again, I kind of see that abundance and that other stuff coming. I get that with the Virgo. There's some. We do have the King of Hearts, we have the Five of Hearts, and the Ace of Clubs. That's really great. Aces are new starts, new beginnings. So there will be some of you guys that will be going through a new relationship. But also I kind of see that newness of, things, when they move up, things kind of get new, because you have new stuff going on too. So I kind of see that going on there. The King of Hearts to me is just that wonderful, we got the King of Cups over here. It's that wonderful, joyous happiness. The King of Cups really represents that kind of emotional happiness that you can get, because he's at the top of, that kind of emotional thing. We do have the Winged Moon, which to me, that usually means somebody from our angels or whatever are kind of looking down on us, or they're, you notice how we also have all the hearts here along the moon as well. This just kind of shows to me that somebody is blessing this relationship. Somebody from up above, whoever it might be, that you would care about, thinking that this relationship is a good one, that, they're blessing you. They're blessing this relationship. And so that's kind of where that's coming from. We also have the musical symbol here, which to me shows harmony, and also deals with celebration and feeling really good. It kind of goes along with these other things. And then we have the Five of Hearts as well, which is a change energy, okay? Because the Five of Cups sometimes will have us kind of looking at the wrong side of things a little bit, but it also denotes change. And all of the readings had fives in them, so all of you guys are going through some changes. But what I see with the Five of Hearts change is, things changing for the better. Once again, it's that moving up a level. I don't know why I keep hearing that over and over again. Moving up a level, moving up a level. And I got that with the Five of Hearts too, so we'll just go with it and let it go on. Let's go ahead and do our Oracle Spheres so you guys can get your questions answered. All right, so how this works is we have 4 different stands. We have purple, blue, green, and gold. We have you ask a yes or no type of question, one that has answers like yes, no, maybe, probably, not now, not likely, very likely, things like that, those types of answers. And you ask your question, and you pick a stand that you would like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get your answers. And there you go, and hopefully that'll be a nice personal answer for you specifically. Other people have found other ways to utilize these, so I do encourage that. If you guys do find other ways that are helpful here, help guide you, go ahead and utilize that as well. All right, so let's get your answers. The purple is a yes. The blue is a not now. The green is a maybe. And the gold is a not likely. Interesting. All right, so the purple is a yes, the blue's a not now, the green's a maybe, and the gold is a not likely. All right, guys, that's your reading for this week. It was so exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments and give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate all that so much. Also, if you could share this channel with your friends and family by putting your link on social media accounts, I really appreciate that as well. The channel has been growing very steadily over the last month, so I really feel like you guys are doing that. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please think about doing so, and hitting the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos when they come out. Thank you so much for the reading. Thank you so much for being here. Do check out our other videos on the channel. There's lots of them out there on lots of different topics that might be of interest to you. And we look forward to seeing you again in future readings. May the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.